It's springtime in the mountains of Utah.
A little bit gnarly out there.
And the roads are filled with recoveries.
Woke up this morning to, what, at least 3 feet?
Yeah.
3.5 feet.
And then BAM! Right into a tree.
Roof avalanches.
You know there's so much weight on the roof, it's extremely dangerous to even be in here.
And some really creative snow removal.
We're assembly lining.
But more importantly,
today is supposed to be the day of our 4-way reinspection.
After everything we've done to prepare,
Things you do to pass your inspection.
will we pass?
We have a YouTube channel.
So I've heard.
Yeah, oh really?
Uh-oh.
Thank you for calling Firewood Solutions, home of the greatest firewood, no demand.
Good morning, guys. We are waking up to winter wonderland madness. We love living up here, but it does present a couple unique complications. We have a furnace, so we don't have to rely on the wood stove entirely, but our furnace is run on propane. So we're trying to conserve propane, and at the same time, we're trying to conserve firewood. So we tend to split how we heat the house with a wood stove and the furnace running. We make a fire pretty much every night, most afternoons. And this winter is just running so long that we are getting super low on not just propane, but on firewood as well. Take a look at this.
Hello, I reached through
This is our firewood stash. It should be springtime. We shouldn't have to be using that much wood anymore, but alas, we have another foot of snow in the forecast. The spring weather is just a little bit colder than it normally is, and there's a lot of precipitation continuing to come, so we need more firewood ASAP. The firewood used to stack like up to here. It is dwindling. Also, I don't know if you can see, this is the area we've been plowing so the dogs can go to the bathroom because the snow is just so tall, the dogs have nowhere to go to the bathroom. It's crazy. And if you look at this, this is the snowbank behind me. This is like our little dog run. Obviously the dogs can go wherever they want, but just look at how insane the snow is. It does not smell good over here either.
my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.
All right, well, truck's warming up right now. Allie and I are about to jump in the truck and head down to the valley where Brandon is waiting for us, and we're gonna go and inspect some firewood. The problem is that so many people in Utah, because of all this record-breaking snow, are having the same issue that we're having right now, which is they're out of firewood, and so all the places that sell firewood are running out of firewood, and the places that do have it, it's green, so we're gonna go see what we can find.
Trent, can you believe it is 51 degrees down here?
I can believe it's that warm down here. Not at our house, it's not.
That is amazing. We've called probably like 10 different places. No one has firewood. We are going to a place where some neighbors got some recently, but they probably don't have good firewood, but we're kind of at the point where we'll take anything at this point. Ooh. How are you?
Hey.
Can we buy some firewood?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What kind of wood?
Do you have pinion?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, pinion.
And is it green or is it ready to burn?
It's okay for fire. It's right.
It's okay?
Yeah. All about.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Good enough for my liking.
Cool. Kind of a debate, right? Like that one truck bed full seems like a lot. I don't think we're gonna go through that quickly, especially not in the next like 2 months maybe. I just don't know how long the spring season is actually gonna last. What if it stays cold all summer and the snow just never melts? Like, that's a factor, as well as eventually for next winter, we're gonna have to get more firewood anyway. So we're making the decision to just get 2 truck bedfuls with our truck and Brandon's truck. Because we're here, why not? We're gonna have to do this eventually. We might as well just do it now. This is a preview of the mud to come.
Not great. It's really fun to hang out with those guys. Like they speak English, but I was like trying to speak a little bit of Spanish to them, kind of get back in my groove of speaking Spanish, because I'm very, very out of the groove. But they kind of understood what I was saying. We could communicate rather well. We were like trying to tell them about our YouTube channel and how we traveled through Central and South America, and you know, that we loved Mexico and we had such a great time there. It was fun.
Anytime we get the opportunity to speak Spanish, we always try to practice it, because it's so true that if you don't use it, you lose it. And it's already been a couple years. Even after just 1 year of traveling through all those countries, our Spanish was so conversational. Like, definitely not fluent by any means, but we were very comfortable, and it's so much fun. It's like such a great challenge and sense of accomplishment to have an interaction with someone in another language successfully. And I miss it, honestly, so much. I would love to go back, or even go learn another language, go to Europe, anytime.
Maybe someday. Now we've got a journey back up to our house. One of our neighbors has an issue with his door, a cabin that they don't come to very frequently. The wind blew the door open or something, and it's snowing inside the house, and he can't get the door closed. So we're gonna go try and figure out what the problem is. I'm guessing that the snow load on the roof has caused the jamb to not want to close.
Does she notice?
All right, now we're gonna go see if we can help our neighbors out at all. Trent's bringing a shovel. We're bringing some good morale. We'll see what we can do to help. The tough part is it's pretty cold today, so this snow is very compacted. It's not like slushy and easy to shovel. Hopefully we can help without it being too difficult. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hello? Careful, don't pull on any of those poles. This might collapse.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Kevin,
Yeah, come on up.
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. They said there's some trouble with the door.
It's hitting right here,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to see if I can't knock that back up.
Yeah, I mean, this probably isn't what you want to hear, but it's really dangerous to be in here. There's so much pressure on the roof that
Yeah.
it's compressing everything to where
Right.
all the doors and windows are contorting.
Right,
And there's so much snow up there
yeah,
that it's like,
right,
it's very scary, right? Like that door jamb over there is also very
right,
like
Just bent.
oblong, and
yeah,
it's unsettling.
yeah,
That was being forced down before the door was open,
Right.
so there's probably so much pressure on that
Right.
that when it slept, it just popped
Oh,
it
yeah.
open, you know? We can try and... Yeah, see, you can see down there.
oh
See
yeah,
how it's like,
yeah,
the door jamb doesn't even have enough space there.
89% better than it was.
Well, it's close.
Yeah, so what do you think?
That ice that was down there was
Oh, was it?
pressing the door over, so the left side didn't want to close either.
Right, so yeah, I may get something and screw it in there for,
Yeah, trying
so
to
we can figure out this summer.
Well, it'll probably go back to normal in the summer once the snow's off the roof.
Right.
I hope so, yeah.
It's, don't want any more squirrels moving in.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Spent a half an hour cleaning up after that.
really?
Yeah, and then I saw him outside looking like Hey, I have squatter rights. Why aren't you letting me back in?
Is everything else okay in here?
For the most part.
Good,
as,
okay.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, so right here, that crack means that this header is separating.
Yep.
And there's probably like 80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
We were at least able to help Kevin get that door closed so that the squirrels will stay out of this house or this cabin, but you know that there's so much weight on the roof, it's extremely dangerous to even be in here. If you look at that top left window, the top left window is where that wall is separating, which means everything to the left of that window is trying to rip off. It could be absolutely catastrophic if that took place, but between what's on the roof and what's on this second story roof right here, and it's all joined up together, there's just thousands and thousands of pounds of snow up there.
Yeah. Like I was saying, we would love to help, but the safest thing to do would not be for us to go up there, but for someone with a team and the right harnesses and equipment to go up there.
Even if this was my house, I would probably hire someone.
And it just goes to show the type of year we're having. Like, they've never seen it this bad. No one's ever seen it this bad because this type of winter hasn't happened in any of our lifetimes. We get to tackle this disaster.
We gotta unload a whole ton of wood. 2 beds full.
That's all she wrote. One and done. I thought it was a snow advisory for tonight. It is still morning.
The neighbor said that the storm was coming early. Let's get this truck out of here, get Brandon's truck up here, and finish this job. So the downside to having to pick up those 2 loads and bring all the wood up here is Brandon's bed and our bed is completely full of wood shavings and wood chips now, but things could be a lot worse. Brandon's gonna pull back down into the driveway so that we're not underneath this roof, and then Brandon and I are heading back up to remove that center section of the roof that we didn't get to the other day. And then hopefully when it gets warm, the snow off of the upper roof will actually slough down and maybe we can remove that. I'm not really worried about the sunroom yet. The roof hasn't accumulated that much snow yet. I am a little worried about the far roof on the garage. Maybe we'll get to that another day. But for today, our objective is to finish getting the snow off of this side of the garage.
Normally there's the warm before the storm, but unfortunately today it's just the cold before more cold.
We're assembly lining.
Not just for firewood.
The dual purpose.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't expect any more from this. The situation's in line with every story that I heard of the burning bliss, and I wait, trying to appreciate, and I wait, trying to evaluate.
Is this even effective?
Very. This way there's not like a giant avalanche right below the garage.
Okay.
That was hard to do that.
Oh my god.
And I wait, trying to evaluate. Was it something that I did? Was it something that I couldn't quite handle right? An invitation to a thrill, a growing comfort that
we'll jump back up. Ready? Okay, let's go. Oh, Rika. Right. Okay, off. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Who knew assembly lining snow would work so well?
Right.
Guys, killing it.
It's all the fresh stuff. Untouched. Hey, you're not a mountain lion.
Yes, she is. Come on.
Things are looking up. It's a little bit warm right now. The sun is out. It's kind of thawing the roof. You can't really tell from this perspective, but the roof is actually cleared, the lower section. There's just so much snow below the roof that it's above the roof. So I don't know. Kevin just texted me and said it's going to be July before the snow melts up there. To that I have to say,
We signed up for this.
maybe I'm going to light the snow on fire.
Luckily, we have a very fun surprise coming up in a video or two, which I'm super excited about. And tomorrow is our 4-way reinspection. So hopefully things go nice and smoothly with that. I think we'll see you guys in the morning.
Today is supposed to be the day of our 4-way reinspection, and I just got off the phone with the inspector. Today is one of the gnarliest snowstorms that we've had. Some of the local schools have even closed down, which in this area, the snow has to be really bad for the local schools to close down. We told Brandon and Sydney, don't come in today. The roads are too gnarly. There's people getting stuck all over the place. One problem is we had to have our plans redesigned. And so I have to have the plans printed out in a full blueprint size. And so I sent them to the UPS store, and I think they printed them out this morning, but we've got to go get them. So we have to have those plans here by the time the inspector shows up. This is important. We're not doing anything crazy or risky or, death-defying. We're just driving in snow, which is what I do every single day.
It's not even really the snow that's that bad, it's the snow drifts from the wind. Wow. I'm wearing knee-high boots and the snow is coming into my boots. A lot of fresh snow.
A little bit gnarly out there. Luckily, we've been preparing for this day.
I've heard a story, I've heard it said, I've come to believe that love is a bet. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and sometimes it calls you right in the mood.
How you doing?
I'm stuck right here.
You want some help?
You mind yank me out?
Yeah, no worries. This is one of our neighbors over here. I guess it's actually our neighbor's brother. Our neighbor have helped this guy get out of his driveway before. He lives on one of the main roads, and whenever the plows come by, they just pile these huge banks in front of his driveway. Makes it really tough for him to get in and out. We're gonna jump out and give him a hand.
The good news is the roads are mostly plowed. We haven't run into anybody else that's been stuck. It was very easy for us to drive down compared to what it has been in the past, I guess. I mean, it's not an easy day, but it's not the worst we've ever seen it. And this will be a very easy recovery. He just needs a little bit of momentum to get him out of this little snowbank in the front of his driveway.
All right. Turn left.
Nice and easy.
I'm like woke up this morning to what, at least 3 feet,
Yeah,
2.5 feet.
yeah, it's insane. Nice. Cool.
Hey, totally appreciate it.
Oh, of course.
Thank you again.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, that was pretty uneventful. That guy, he was just stuck in the snowbank right at the end of his driveway. He just needed like a little bit of pressure to kind of pull him out. So we got him pulled out of his driveway. Now we're heading down into town. Hopefully we can go pick up our plans, and no other big surprises for the day. got the plans.
Okay.
I don't know how much of a success today's gonna be, but that's a little victory for me.
We made it back home safe and sound, nice and easy. The roads are in halfway decent and continually improving condition. It's still snowing, but I think it's mostly just like flurrying and dusting a little bit. It's a dusting, guys. Really, it's just the wind that's annoying. So it's a full-on snow day here. We're just back at home, cleaning up, getting organized, and hoping that the inspector will still be able to come see us this afternoon. And we are gonna do everything in our power to help him get up here. In the meantime, maybe I'm gonna make some cookies, clean up, vacuum, laundry, all that fun stuff.
Well, I think it's safe to say it's beginning to snow a bit harder now. I don't really know how much of that snow actually shows up on the camera, but we're probably working with about 1 inch an hour right here at least. And I just got done snow blowing the driveway. There was, it was about knee deep. So there's my knee, a little bit above my knee. It has been overwhelming. The snow is absolutely overwhelming. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. But I do have a little story for you guys. I was off riding my snowmobile with some of my friends up in the mountains, and I was climbing up this big hill, and I was ripping and having a great time, and I got a little bit off balance, and as I went to fall over, I kind of pushed the sled, because sometimes pushing the sled will prevent you from digging a hole and getting stuck, and then you have to dig the machine out. So what happened is my sled got pushed, turned, started going down the hill. And it started picking up speed, and it's like catching tracks here and there and sliding and missing trees, and it went probably like 400 yards, and then BAM! Right into a tree. This bar right here that's bent all up inside is supposed to come out here like this. That's the front bumper. Luckily, it didn't really do too much damage to the plastics. The front bumper is the only thing that got damaged. So I've got a new front bumper right here. I'm gonna disassemble the front of this snowmobile, put the front bumper on, just waiting for the inspector to show up. We got 3.5 or 4 hours before he's gonna be here, so I'm gonna work on a little project. So I've got the main part of the front bumper on here. Now there's like this skid plate that comes with this new bumper that kind of sits on the bottom here and protects. If you run over a tree or a rock or something, it gives you a little extra layer of protection. So that's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and drill out these rivets that it's telling me to drill out, and then I'll go ahead and mount this thing and we'll be done. Pretty easy.
Mr. Leo, what are you doing? It's the camera. Do you want to go outside and see Dada? Okay, let's go.
Well, that was a little bit more of a struggle than I bargained for, but I had some time to burn, and it is 1:30, so it took me an hour to do that. And it actually looks a lot better. That bumper is much nicer, much stronger, has a skid plate that goes underneath. So like I said, if you run into anything, any trees or rocks or stuff like that, you have the best chance of not doing any severe damage. Also, basically all the plastics pulled back out to where they were in the factory location, even though the factory bumper was like severely bent inward. So I would say I basically lucked out. Also, I'm really glad I wasn't riding the snowmobile when it hit the tree.
Do you want to ride the snowmobile? You do? Wow, Leo!
What is this? You gotta put your feet like that.
And then you hang on right here. Wait, hang on.
Hold on tight.
You're not hanging on. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, there you go. No, hold on, hold on.
All right. He's pulling up. He's stuck? No! What are the
Tried
chances?
to make the wide turn and got stuck in the neighbor's driveway.
At least he made it.
We've all been stuck there.
Yeah, it's true. Even I've been stuck there. Trent to the rescue.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
great. Sorry, man.
We got you.
Oh, I'm gonna swing wide. I didn't realize it's 3 feet deep right
This
there.
is literally, this is our biggest issue.
Is it right here?
For me, especially trying to make this corner, is if you go too far that way,
Yeah.
it's like a hole. And
Yeah, as soon as I went over,
you get
Yeah.
completely stuck.
It sucks you in.
good times.
Yeah, that's Dada. Stay, Lika. Good girl. Good. Come on, Lika, come on. Come on. Yeah. Woo!
What are we doing today anyway? I didn't even look at my notes.
It's a reinspection of the four-way.
Okay.
So there's like a punch list that he had.
All right. Axles in the Toyota, it looks like.
Yeah. We have a YouTube channel.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Oh, really? They know about us.
Hopefully you can laugh about it now. I've seen a couple of videos, but by far my favorite
Oh no.
was four-way on the house.
Yes.
When the plumbing was leaking all over. You guys were so devastated, and I was just laughing.
Dude, it was literally the worst day.
I thought it was hilarious. You've been in this for a while, building your own place. How do you like it?
I would love it if I didn't have the challenges of winter, because like that, just not being able to get materials and machines,
Right.
like for 7 months out of the year, and then in the summer it's like everybody in this area is in such a time crunch.
I think it's very rewarding to build your own place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done two, and it's
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I'd say fun. It is very rewarding.
It's
Yeah.
rewarding, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
300. So mechanical connection could be suits and hardware, or
Drywall here, I'm gonna have an attic access here, and then I'm gonna drywall this wall and these walls.
okay.
Whoa.
You're gonna get lost down there, bro.
Oh my gosh. That's a full-length ladder. There's only like what, 3 rungs that you can see.
That's what I call the joys of winter time construction. But
I might get stuck.
don't get lost in there.
Yeah, don't get stuck.
You can probably see here the snow well above my head. Down here, all the way in there is our shutoff for our propane. Also, that needs to have ventilation, so need to kind of uncover this every once in a while anyhow. So now I gotta climb back out here.
You found it?
Search and rescue to get me out of here.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Things you do to pass your inspection.
It's okay, I'll take this over a flood any day.
I'd much rather.
Don't jinx yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna slide down the hill.
Yeah, appreciate your help.
Let us know if you need help getting down, if anything happens.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Make it into another snowdrift. All right, well, we got some good news. The good news is that he passed us. He gave us the okay to start insulating everything upstairs, the ceiling, the roof. We can insulate everything. The bad news is we can't actually get a spray foam truck up here to do the insulation because it's winter still. But we did get okay to sheetrock or drywall down here in the main part of the garage, and we can start insulating the rest of the entire building. So we actually have some work ahead of us now, which is really exciting.
What's hilarious is that we were like, we're filming for our YouTube channel, I hope that's okay. And he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I've watched, my favorite episode of yours was your 4-way on the house when you flooded the entire house. And we were both just like, oh great, our track record here is so bad. Way to make a first impression on an inspector, you know?
If you're watching this, Andy, thank you so much for coming up and helping us get this inspection done. It was a pleasure hanging out with you, and hopefully you're our inspector next time. Got nice and showered up, getting a fire going. Now that we passed our 4-way, that is super exciting. I'm really happy about that. If you guys are excited for us, make sure you let us know by leaving a comment below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you guys. We love you.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
How long did you